Hey everyone, this is the video that I hope you're really going to like. It's the video about how I got rid of my gut bugs. Everybody has it. The statistic is that I think 60 or 80% people have the bad pathogens, bugs, candida in the gut without knowing it, and there's a huge connection between the gut and overall health, which most doctors and even naturopaths actually ignore, or they just don't suspect it. They normally tell you, or they ask you if you've got diarrhea, if you're constipated, if both of those is a no, and even if you do, they don't really think about doing a stool analysis, which, by the way, is not really necessary. If you've got a medical problem that you've been trying to shake off for years and years and years, and you haven't been able to, despite all the supplements, all the prescription medication, seeing the doctors, naturopaths, everybody kind of starting to think that it's in your head, that it's some sort of mental issue, even brain fog, depression, anxiety. This has to come from somewhere. I'm not buying the premise of depression. Okay, the symptom is I feel depressed. Yeah, but what is causing it? Ah, well, it's imbalance in your brain. Have you measured it? No. If you haven't measured it, I'm sorry, it's only hypothesis. So it's something else, and more likely than not, it's your gut bugs. Candida was one of the really prominent ones that everybody knew about, everybody talked about, and it's very possible that you have it. Well, I fixed my issue by something radical, a little bit more radical than your usual, tablets and supplements and cleansers. I fasted for 7 days. I only drank water. It was a natural spring water, or I had some really good filters, filtered water. Don't drink that water, no matter where you live in the world. Those chemicals that they put in there are not good for you. Fluoride, chlorine, not good for you. So drink that water for 7 days, eat nothing else, is basic premise of this diet. I strongly recommend it unless you have some sort of chronic disease like type 2 diabetes or metabolic syndrome. Yeah, that could be dangerous. Otherwise, just do it. Everyone who does videos like these has to put a disclaimer to say, hey, do it under medical supervision. What does that actually mean? If I told my doctor, I'm pretty sure that I was going to do that, she would think I'm crazy, because they really don't want to support it, because if just in case something happens, because it's not one of those things and methods that is prescribed by doctors. If something happened to me, she'd be liable. So she'd rather not recommend it. I reckon if I said that to her, she'd say, hey, I didn't tell you, but you can try it. Or I've known people who've tried it and it worked. It reboots your system. It detoxes it completely. I had some cleansing tea. Just go on iHerb and type in cleansing tea, and the one with the green packet will be the one. I had 3 cups in 7 days. That just helps move the bowel. So I definitely recommend that. Another thing that happened, the side effect is I lost weight. I mean, I'm already skinny, so that's most people want to lose some weight. I didn't, but anyway, I did, so I'll try and put it back on. So this morning, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, 22nd of August 2017, and it's been exactly 7 days, and I'm about to break my fast, and I've got a fridge full of food that I stocked up yesterday. I'm not sure what I'm going to break it with. Probably be a slow pressed juice, green juice, not fruit. So it'll be celery, a little bit of carrot because I got it. I wouldn't normally put it in there. 1 apple for taste, kale, and lemon. Lemon's very good for you. It's got no fructose. So I'll probably have that. I'm absolutely not hungry. I was hungry during the 7 days, especially at night, you know, watching my friends have dinners and lunches and that, and I couldn't do it. Yeah, it was mentally challenging. That was hard. I was never going to break it, definitely not, but it was hard. But I strongly encourage you to do it. It goes in waves, comes and goes as far as the hunger. It's mentally challenging because, again, you know, we are social creatures. You want to, you know, tell your friend, hey, let's go for dinner, let's do something. There's nothing you can do. Oh, let's go for coffee. No, you can't even have coffee. Tea. I didn't do that. I stuck to it completely. Oh, let's go out and I'll have water. And I'm sick of water. You know, I don't want to drink any more water ever. But water's good for you. So I drank about 2.5 liters every day. It's winter here. It's been pretty cold, so no sweating. I did do hot baths. It's so just to try and accelerate that detoxing. Another thing that happened, and I've seen other videos talking about fasts, is white tongue. Apparently that's sign of detoxing, possibly candida coming out. I also read somewhere that candida only lives in your gut for about a day or two, and it's probably got enough food. So I think maybe a 3 or 4 day fast would have done, but 7 days is something almost biblical, very important that you stick to it 7 days, and there are fasts of 7, 14 days, 28 days, 40 days. You know, hint, hint, it's the Jesus, many religions have 40-day fasts. It's important. Ancient people have known a lot more about the health to do it in these kind of increments. Certain things happen, the magic happens in your body after those days, and I was told that between 5 and 7 days, after 5 and 7 days, something does happen. It's life prolonging. I think this exercise is probably going to extend my lifespan for, who knows, I don't know, maybe 5%. That's good enough for me. I'm 44 years of age, and I just can't believe how good my skin is as well. I mean, it's just firmed up. It was a bit softer and puffy. Although I was skinny and fit before and pretty healthy, but it's so much nicer. I really like the results, and most importantly, my headaches have gone away. I had these headaches that I would wake up in the morning. And my cousin said it would be some sort of crazy bug in your stomach, so do a 7-day fast, because he did it. So I did it. It's been 7 days this morning, exactly 7 days, and I feel fine. Every one of the mornings that I would normally wake up with a headache, every other day, actually for me it was just every other day headache. I don't understand. I'm fine. So that proves the fact that, you know, there are other things that changed in my body, but this is pretty much what it was. It was something in my stomach. Was it candida? Was it another parasite, pathogen? Who knows? A bad bacteria. You know how they talk about that. I don't know. I don't care. I didn't do the stool analysis because it probably would have come back negative, because they only test for about 5 or 10%. So I'm happy that I did this. Again, I highly recommend it. I encourage you. Stick to it. It's worth it. You will love it. You'll be able to brag about it to people. People will say, oh, I've run a marathon. You go, well, I've fasted. I've eaten nothing, like Jesus, you know, for 7 days. And they go, what? You didn't have any food? Zero food, nothing, just water. You know, you try and do that. I can run a marathon, but I didn't think I could do 7-day fast, but I did it. So go ahead. I encourage you. It'll reboot your system. If you've got any sort of health issue, health problem that you weren't able to shake off for years and years, this is the thing for you. This was the thing for me, speaking from my own experience. If you find that this fast helps you, go back to this video, watch it again, make a comment anyway. share it with your friends, and take care.